Hello everyone, welcome back to the American Dream Podcast. I am your host, Jim Tunison, President and CEO of the AikenChamber of Commerce, joined today by small business owner, entrepreneur, Hetal Acharekar.
Yes.
Hetal, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Very excited to be on the show.
So why don't we set the table a little bit here and give folks some background. What do you currently do? I know you're involved in a couple of different ventures, but what are the two main ones, and we might get into the third one a little bit later.
Yeah, so I have a physical therapy clinic in downtown Aiken. So we see active aging population, so it's for physical therapy and also for golf performance. So that's my performance above. And then secondly, I'm involved with, or I've started Tee It Up Ladies, which also was 2 years ago. It's a golf community for women where we teach women as to how to dress, what to wear, what to do so that you can learn the game of golf.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Those kind of two intersect, right?
Yes,
one another. So you're not from Aiken. Would love to talk about kind of your background and how'd you get here. So where'd you grow up and what were some of your hobbies and interests growing up?
Yes, so I grew up in India, have been in the United States for the past 20 years. I practiced and did my master's in physical therapy in India. Once I finished that, we got married, and I came to Aiken. That's how I ended up in Aiken.
Okay.
Yeah, and since then I've been practicing PT here. But when I was in India, I worked starting at 6 a.m., doing physical therapy, and then worked in the hospital, did home health, did outpatient, and then by the time I reached home it was 10 p.m.
Wow.
And then we did that Monday through Saturday. Sunday was the day off.
Holy smokes. So the work ethic over there as opposed to here, I mean, our 40-hour traditional work week must be a breeze for you.
Yeah, so well, it's a breeze, but I think this definitely being in Aiken gives me the work and life balance.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be in Aiken.
Yeah. So PT background, what did you do prior to, starting your business? What did you do when you got to Aiken? Where'd you work?
Yeah, I was actually working for other people. Have worked in outpatient, have done nursing homes, have done hospital. And then I think out of everything, I was like, it was ready for me to take a step into my own world. So I started my practice 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were some of the things that made you think, maybe I want to go out on my own, maybe I want to start my own business? Did you have, others in your family or that you were around that you could look to and say, they're a successful, business owner, entrepreneur, or was it just something that you felt like, hey, maybe this path is just for me?
Yeah, so in India, my uncles, dads have always been in business.
Okay.
So business was in us growing up.
Mm-hmm.
When I came here, though, my husband and his family was not into business. So it was a whole different work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
So for the longest time, I practiced for somebody else. But you're always missing that thing, that autonomy of doing what you want to do in somebody else's system. That's when, it comes like, yeah, I think you're ready to take that next leap. Yeah.
So it was funny because at the time I was director of membership services, and
Yes.
I had a meeting and didn't realize you were in the same facility there. So it was cool seeing you when you first made that leap and started out. Can you take me back to that time period? What was it like for you? Was it stressful, scary? Were you excited? What was going through your mind?
I think all of the above. Stressful, very scary, because you start when you're here. I mean, I didn't know anything then other than I needed to take that jump. I think I slowly got into learning the next steps. of how to do this. But yes, it was very scary. I would say the first full year was scary, but then slowly you begin, and then you start seeing movement. And once you see the movement, it feels much better.
So obviously you had that PT background,
Yes.
but now you're going along and building the business side of it, right? So it's little bit different. But was there a moment, and maybe you're still trying to hit that sweet spot, but was there a moment for you when it clicked, when you're like, all right, I think we have something, that this could be a success, this is something that I could do, long term?
Yes, I think there were a lot of moments before that moment where I was like, I don't know if I should continue. But then you get the phone call where you're like, I want to see Hetal, or I want to go to Performance Above Physical Therapy only. Or when you get appointments scheduled automatically that they wanted to come and schedule with me, then you're like, okay, there's something going on. There is a movement going on there. And then when you're out and about in the community, people are starting to recognize you. And then that's when I was like, I think it's going to work.
Yeah, that's got to be a pretty cool feeling. Definitely, I'm sure there's been some pain points along the way, some lessons learned. Is there anything, like if you go back to, Hetal 5 years ago, is there anything you would tell that person that, things now that you didn't know back then?
Yes, I think for me, when I started, and I think anybody who starts, you have to remember that you have to be resilient and keep going. Don't stop, or don't think that it's not going to work. You definitely have to do your research, but I do think that if you have the resiliency, be part of the community, which AikenChamber is a huge community, and it was a huge part of my business. So I think being part of a community and creating your own community is what you have to start and keep going for.
So you spoke about the chamber and the community here. I have to ask this question because I'm the chamber president. Why is Aiken the best place to pursue the American dream?
Aiken actually is structurally one of the very good, it's not just a small, charming southern town, okay? It is very well placed because it is a smaller community, but the opportunities are great. You have a great quality of life, and you have a great community to leverage on. And I think all that sums up to where you think that that's the American dream that you're trying to get. And then Aiken has a great climate. If you're looking at the climate, we have mid-climate throughout. And then I think lifestyle, you are not paying what you would pay to live in a bigger city. So all of that combines to make Aiken a great time to kind of do if you're trying to get into a new career or opening up a business or just a lifestyle upgrade.
Yeah. So you mentioned the chamber is one avenue, but how else have you, tried to get plugged in here, and maybe some other folks, suggestions on how they could get plugged in with their business?
Yes, I think being part of a community like the AikenChamber is very important, because chamber not only it creates events, but they help you connect with other people. And I think the more you connect with people, you kind of build the trust, and they build the trust in you. And I think that's what the chamber really helped me connect. So then I first became the ambassador for the chamber because I believed in the chamber. And through the ambassador, I really made really good relationships. From there, I was able to be selected to be one of their board members. So I think overall, that growth and my business growth has all gone forward.
So get plugged in, even if it's,
at the base.
At the base, so you learn everything, and then you continue to grow. As you grow your business, you're growing and learning, the community and all the different support structures. No, that's really good. So in one of the programs, I'll just talk about briefly, we're starting this year. In the middle of this year is Venture Lab Aiken. So we were fortunate enough, the group of us able to get a grant in order to provide these workshops, the summer accelerator. And you're working on something pretty special, right?
Yes.
Hopefully coming out here in the next couple months. Do you want to give anyone a sneak peek, a preview, or should we just say, hey, stay tuned for what's coming down the pipeline?
Definitely stay tuned for an app called as the Micro Move, and I'm gonna leave it up to that because we do have a pitch coming up, and that pitch is going to tell more about the Micro Move.
That's right. So
Yes.
come to the pitch contest on
Absolutely, on Cinco de Mayo.
Right, in the
Yes.
alley. Pitches and pitchers from 5 to 7:30 in the alley. Going to be a fun time. Hetal, I will leave it up to you. As we close here, give you the last word. What do you want people to know? It could be about your business, your goals, or anything here in Aiken or chamber wise. Give you the last word.
Yeah. So again, my practice is performance above physical therapy. It's one-on-one physical therapy, and I try to provide high quality of care, which is very difficult to get when you are seeing 4 or 5 people at one time. But now I give one-on-one care for people. My goal is to add longevity and quality of life to yourself versus you being just a number. So come and check us out at Performance Above. You can also like and follow us on social media.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Hetal, thanks again for sharing a little bit about your story. And for folks, if you want to be featured, contact us at the Chamber. We'll get you on here. This is a program to spotlight you guys and share your story. So we'll catch you next time. And if you don't remember anything else from today's episode, remember that today is a great day for business in Aiken, South Carolina.
Yep.
See you next time.